Something I often hear from parents and family members and friends is when they make a mistake on a transgender non-binary kid's name or pronouns, I often hear people say, well, they have to understand. They have to understand that I'm going to make mistakes. They have to understand that it's not easy. They have to understand. And I just always want to say, at the lack of being very unpopular, I just always want to say, no, they don't. They don't have to understand. And so that's what I want to talk about today. I want you to consider this and decide for yourself if you want to keep owning that belief that your loved one has to understand your mistake. So let me back it up. Let's ask ourselves why. Why do they have to understand your mistake? And I think a lot of this comes from a good place. Like a lot of this comes from they understand because for the loved one to get upset means they don't understand, means the worry is they're going to think, like the transgender non-binary person is going to think you're not being supportive if you made a mistake, that they shouldn't get angry at you. You want them to acknowledge that you are trying, that one mistake doesn't mean that you're not trying. But if we really dig a little deeper into this, wanting them to not be upset, maybe out of love for them, but it's also to make yourself feel better as well. To make yourself feel better, that you don't want to feel badly about making a mistake. You don't want to feel badly that they feel badly. You don't want to feel badly that they're upset. There is some component of that if we were really honest with ourselves. And so the thing that this blocks us from thinking about is, what is it like for them? If they do get upset, why are they upset? Because maybe they're upset because you're the 100th person to say their name wrong that day or their pronoun wrong that day. They're so frustrated. This may have nothing to do with you, or you may be the target of having it all to do, like not to do with you, but the emotions are on you. Like they may be thinking about, when will I be able to live my life where people get it right? And so when we tell a person, hey, you can't get upset at me, you know I'm trying, to some degree we invalidate their feelings. Like if I'm upset and somebody tells me I can't be upset with them, probably going to have the opposite effect on me. I'm probably going to get angrier at you telling me how I can and can't feel. Like I feel what I feel, and so do they. They feel what they feel. So I will encourage you, as a parent, as a loved one, as a supporter, as an ally, to let them have their feelings. Don't tell them what they can and can't feel. Let them have their feelings and allow it to be a conversation for later. Allow it to talk about later, not, to apologize, to remind them that you are trying. Now, whether they accept it or not is up to them, but allow them to have their feelings. I personally think that is the most supportive thing you can do, because I think it centers on them and who they are and what they need, and understanding that just like any of the rest of us, there are times when we can accept something and a mistake and not be upset, and sometimes we're going to be really upset. If I'm really tired or I'm really stressed out, I'm more likely to get upset at something where if I wasn't feeling that way, it might just roll off my back and not be a big deal, or I can be understanding about it. Why not give them the same grace? Because a lot of the world is not. So you think about it, you decide. But I move to take that out of our vocabulary. You can't be upset with me. Yes, they can. Continue to engender love and have a great week.